Good morning, everyone. Brian here with BMK Retro Gaming. This morning I have a review for you guys of the Atari VCS 2600 original library game, Dark Cavern. Now, as far as I know, it was developed in 1982, right alongside the original port of it, which was Night Stalker for the Intellivision. It's by Mattel's M Network label, which was their label for porting over to other consoles, and they did a lot to the Atari VCS 2600. Anyway, except for maybe fearing possible legal troubles and all, since the legal aspects of such things weren't really well defined back then and all. No telling why they really did the name change otherwise, but all things considered, it was probably better safe than sorry, in Mattel's view. Anyway, it was all done in 82, and, well, Dark Cavern is a bit different than Night Stalker. You guys may recall I reviewed Night Stalker a bit back, and, well, you guys will see the differences. Don't get me wrong, it's a pretty good port of the game, but, you'll notice that it's, how you'd say it's down to the Atari VCS 2600 level, but that's not a bad thing. Anyway, here I have my, loose copy of the game, which I got at my local game exchange retailer for about $2.99 before tax. Just a simple one. Not the prettiest looking label or anything, but it works. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and toss this into my Hypercam Retron 77, and we're going to take a look at some gameplay. Okay, so I have it set up for difficulty, left difficulty switch for my player is set to B, which is the easier mode. Now here you have the robots, which are the purple ones, which look kind of like double-headed wrenches. That's a spider, of course, and that's a blob. The spider will temporarily freeze and thus paralyze you, making you more vulnerable. Whereas the blob, which is the squiggly-looking thing, will steal your ammunition for the longer you have contact with it. These first robots in purple are pretty easy in terms of they are they only look and shoot in one direction at a time. Thus, they're not too hard to outsmart. You can follow behind them, and they will more than likely not even notice you. Oops. Well, one got me. By the way, you start with 5 lives, which, up there where your bullets are at, it will flash white after you lose a life with how many are left. These first purple robots are worth about, they're worth 1,000 points. And then, once you get rid of one and there's only one left, they temporarily turn red and become worth 2,000 points. Well, unfortunately, the Spider and Blob don't have any point values, so not really going to get anything out of giving them. Oh, and that robot right there is green, which, the green ones, if I remember right, are worth 3,000 points. Whereas there's a yellow one later on, which is worth 5,000. In any case, once you manage to hit about 20,000 points, you'll start to get robots which they call two-headed, but really the thing is that they can just look in two directions rather than one, so they can fire. It's harder to ambush them, to just follow them to kill them. You're better off trying to ambush them. Again, the blobs and the spiders aren't really worth any points, so not much point in getting rid of them except for just to get them out of your way. And darn it, you have to watch it because the robots can still fire on you even after you kill them. Oh, and you can have up to 99 maximum ammunition, so... another difference from Night Stalker here is that, you, are not going to be able to, use the bunker which you came out of. You come out of it at first, but you're not going to be able to use it to, hide in. You can't re-enter it. Kind of stinks in a way, but that's just how it is. Darn it. And that was an example of the two-headed robot. Well, that one right there is obviously just single-headed. Actually, this is a relatively good score for me, as I think the most I've done before is 27,000, and almost got there again. And that was my game over. But I think you guys get the idea with the gameplay by now. Okay, so that was Night Stalker, a 1982 original library game for the Atari VCS 2600. It's pretty okay. I guess the only thing about it is it could get a little bit monotonous, repetitive, and boring as well. The only really big change in the gameplay that you get after a while is that you get robots which are supposedly two-headed and can look in more than one direction, and fire in more than one direction. Otherwise, it pretty much stays the same. But it is pretty nice in a way. I mean, even the faster playing difficulty levels on Night Stalker tend to be not quite as fast, so it's a little bit more of a fast-paced game, so it does have some advantages to it. Not quite the... it has nice graphics and sounds, but they're not quite as up there with, Night Stalker on the Intellivision, but it does a good job. I like it, and I'd suggest if you guys have a copy or can get one, check it out, if you haven't yet. Anyway, among my preferred YouTubers, I have a few recommendations and links to share with you guys. Phil, with his channel The No Swear Gamer, High Retro Game Lord, Epic Game, The Crow Continuum Continued, Intellivision Dude, Atari 2600 channel, Atari 71, and a new one who I only recently subscribed to, 8-Bit Classics. They all have some pretty nice videos featuring this game as well, and I'm pretty sure you guys would enjoy those some, so I'm going to leave you links to all of those. I'll also go ahead and leave a link to the Wikipedia article, which I think is the same as for Night Stalker, because it's really a port of Night Stalker, what you would call a console port. You know, Mattel developed it for the Intellivision as Night Stalker originally, then they ported it over to the Atari VCS 2600. Though it was never an arcade cabinet originally or anything, you know, so it's console port is one way, my main definition for something like that. Well, one of my definitions for console port. Because it's from one console directly over to a competing console. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you that stuff for you guys, and just in case you care to read up on it more. If you guys enjoy my channel's content, please like, share, and subscribe. And please don't hesitate to leave any comments, questions, comments, or suggestions down in the comments section below. You guys take care, have a nice morning, and I will see you again in my next video.